Yes.
Was it?
Did you stay here in town?
I went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
It's a real tourist trap now.
Yeah. I went there back in the 80s and it was just like a quaint town, but I was there 8 or 9 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, and it was,
There's some really good restaurants there.
yeah.
There's an amazing breakfast place, and we also went to a really good seafood place.
Seafood, really?
It doesn't seem like they do good in Tennessee.
No? Was it like ocean seafood or was it like catfish and,
It was like ocean seafood. It was
Okay.
like shrimp, and there was like
wow.
lobster. It was like really hard.
Yeah, I don't think about Tennessee being they're as landlocked as we are here. Yeah. There he is. Hey, Caden. Caden, I'm going to send you a link here. Hold on. Okay, look on the comments and click on that link there. See what happens. I'm experimenting. You see it in the comments, Caden? He just logged in and like went back to sleep. That's what I would do. Look, nobody erased my lesson. Except for this crap there in the middle. What's it mean when numbers below
Subscript.
there's like exponents and then there's
Subscript.
deponents. Subscript. Know what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
In mathematics, is that what it's called?
I think so. That's what it's called in chemistry.
Like H2O.
Mm-hmm. That would be a subscript.
So this is not mathematics, this is chemistry. Okay. Oh, he's already checked out. Katie. What if he knows I can see who's, online?
Is that Zoom or is that?
No, man, this is, there he is.
Is that?
Dude, Zoom, that's for normal teachers, man. I'm live streaming on YouTube right now. You haven't been gone. You haven't had to do this, have you? Tomorrow you'll see. See if I can get him in here. Caden, click on that link in the comments. Do you see it? The private chat is blocked, I think, but the comments are just like where you comment.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say it's blocked?
I think.
Yeah, that's why you can't do it. Let's see, this is going to sound weird for a minute. Does it say it's blocked? Oh, no. Camera approved. So how can I unblock the comments? That's going to be important. Like a settings thing.
This is what we see because of capture.
How'd you get that link?
I don't know.
Restricted mode has hidden comments for this video.
Yeah, cash restricts it. Yeah, cash restricts it.
So I can't turn it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Caden, how can I show this to you? All right, I'm gonna email you this link, okay? Let's do that. Should get right around that. It's always a workaround. Privileges. Will you tell him I'm emailing it to him? Are you talking to Caden? See how that works. I got a bunch of you logged in there. Tell him to check his email. He didn't realize this is all a big experiment I'm doing with him. He's a guinea pig. In German, Meerschweinchen. There you go. There we go. Turn the camera on. There we go. Look at that. It's working. It's like in our news broadcast. Caden, wake up, man.
Sorry.
What did you do first hour? Look at that. Turn your mic on. It's working. It's like in our news broadcast. Caden, wake up, man.
Sorry.
What did you do first hour? What did you do first hour? Turn your mic on. Working. Like in our news broadcast. Like in our news broadcast. Hey, wake up, man.
Sorry.
What did you do first hour? Sorry, I had the video open and like the video plus the live stream, which is like delayed about 5 seconds. What did you do first hour, man? You got to unmute yourself. He looks like he's a deer and I'm about to run over him. Oh, there you go. Now I hear you. I think your smoke alarm's going off. What is that? Huh? Are you guys on there too? Are you on there? How can we get any feedback? I've done this before, never happened. Are you on there? How can we get any feedback? I've done this before, never happened. Can you hear that sound? Can you hear that sound? Is your fire alarm going off? Is your fire alarm going off? Yeah, the later is. Ah, okay. Caden, I muted your mic. All right, that'll work for now. Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing, Caden. I want to see if you can see this, okay? Just look on the screen. Huh?
What?
What'd you say? Um, so Caden, can you see that on the screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can. All right, oh good. So he hears it normal. This is where the slide, this is where it shows that I stopped, but is this right? Last week on Friday?
Maybe is that this slide?
Oh. Well, I doubt this is the first slide. I guess it is, jeez. Well, I didn't have very many more, but let's see. You guys see it okay? Remember this old town I was talking about, Fedlinburg? I know it's been a week. Longer. But look at how everything's kind of crooked. See how you can tell like the settling of these houses? Can you see how they're kind of all, they're real close together? Look at this picture right here, guys. This picture right here. But you see how the houses are all kind of like, you know, doing their own thing. It looks like Diagon Alley in a, you know, like the houses have all kind of settled their own direction, but somehow they're still like secure buildings and like, I mean, like no one's gonna, they're not gonna fall over or anything. Maybe they hold each other up. Another picture. I tell you what, it's just a real, it's a real kind of place you go that you just think, ah, this is what I thought Germany would look like. But it's not in that southern part of Germany. It's right in the center of Germany. And I'm not sure how this town became so idyllic looking. But then there are these waterways that go through the town. And you see these little canals here? And they're not big enough like you could, you know, float a boat, or maybe you could float a rowboat down there, but not like it's not like a canal like where you would have commerce going on. But it's but they believe though, like we did in the United States too, that's why we have so many lakes in Oklahoma. They're hoping like to, one of the reasons why was to irrigation, but also one was they thought it would cool things down, and it turns out it just makes things more humid, you know. But because we have a ton of lakes that are, and they're all man-made in Oklahoma. But they built these canals, and they run through the whole town. And so sometimes they refer to themselves as Little Venice, although Venice actually, you can actually get boats up and down, and they're really wide and deep canals. But anyway, it's not hard quite. But you can see it's really, they decorated all up with the flowers and on the side. And that's not a very pretty bridge. There are some really pretty bridges that go over the, but I'm sure, look at this here, that's a nice one there. Look how close the houses are. And there's just these waterways that go between. I'm sure that at some point people dump their own sewage and stuff into these streams, going back to the Renaissance and Middle Ages, but yeah, not anymore, but yeah. Good, and it's up there. Yeah, then there's this, I'm not sure I should use this here. You can see the whole city here. It's going to be kind of jerky because of the StreamYard. But it looks like one of those towns on the Romantic Road we talked about, where they filmed Willy Wonka, you know? But it's not anywhere near that. 1718, that one house. Yeah, so this video was made because this is that Fachwerk is the style of house, 1614, where they have the slats like this here. Sometimes they're crossed, like here. Sometimes they're straight. Some are crossed with the like stucco-like material between the boards. $1635. That's an old house. I think they don't have problems there. Structural problems. Yeah, it's like about 700 plus years of ground movement. So they have these, what do you call it? I think it's underneath in that cathedral or that church. They have people who are buried, and usually sometimes they're royalty or something, but sometimes they're wealthy people. Nice gold-plated coffins. Yeah, so this thing here, this UNESCO Welterbe, or in German, in English, is translated World Heritage. That wouldn't be a word we would know. Erbe, World Heritage. That's a, you know, like in the United States, they put something and they say it's on the National Register of Historic Places, or the state has its own Register of Historic Places. And there's certain things that happen because of that. Like they can, you can't just go and like, you know, paint your house pink all of a sudden if you want to, you know, because that's, or, you know, you gotta keep at least the exterior of the house, especially in as close, you know, everything, like if you couldn't add on like a big wing or something if it's under National Register, or I don't know what the state register requirements are. Well, UNESCO, which is the United Nations, I forget what UNESCO stands for, United Nations. Anyway, this World Heritage Program, they do this with entire areas, or not just a house or a place, but well, sometimes they do, but usually it's bigger places. And so the city, the old city at least of Quedlinburg, is under world. So, yeah, I mean, how much is enforced, I don't know. It's more of a, they like to always say this. There are other places, a lot of places in Germany that are under this UNESCO Welterbe. But I guess they got this in '94. So what they've only been, now it's been 27 years they've been under this. I'm not sure what protections it gives. I know that things can't be torn down, or of course, but the United Nations, I don't know how they enforce this kind of stuff, but it is something, it means that it's something historically worthwhile, you know, that they keep this under the World Heritage Program. It's like the National Register, and there's like an International Register of Historic Places, and that's what UNESCO, they're really the only ones that could do that, I guess. So, all right. Yeah, how do I get out of this? Okay. There he is. Caden's still hanging around. All right. Let me open up the doc and just refresh your memories, your good memories and bad ones. What? Yeah, plenty. Plenty. So that is what I have on the board over there. Some of those same what we stopped talking about on Thursday or Friday last week. Pull this up here. But let me pull up. Let me just give you some nouns here. Let's say die Frau. Let's pick up some words though from this chapter, like the Angestellte, an employee, or it could be der Angestellte, ending. And we have words like der Bewerber. Remember what a Bewerber is? No. It has to do with this chapter we're doing about jobs, finding jobs. This is employee, Angestellte, but Bewerber is an applicant. Could be die Bewerberin, that would be one. We have this long, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the short word that I think Germans use more often, their manager, instead of Geschäftsführer. But then we'll do, what was the word? Personalchef. Let's do a feminine, let's say die Personal. Who's this person? Yes, die Personalchefin. Good. And let's add one more person here. Let's say, here's another word that's not in the book. You ready for this? Their boss.
Oh.
Yeah. If I wrote a book, I'd use all the hip words, you know, the ones that they're stolen from English to help people learn, at least English speakers learn. So let's start with die Frau. And I'm going to throw in a couple of we talked about last time. I know it's been a week ago or more, but if we say, I'll start real simple, like say, das ist die Frau, but then I'm going to comma, and I'm going to start this relative clause with the word mit blank ich ein Interview had. Okay. So since I begin the relative clause with a dative case preposition, mit, what happened? I'm going to be saying in English with whom I had an interview, but what's going to happen to die Frau when it goes to dative case here? You can look on the chart and see, unless you have the chart on your phone or computer. It's on the wall there. Die Frau mit, look on the chart. Mit der, right? Mit der. So this would translate. I just want you to understand what this translates in. It sounds in English like you're being kind of very overly proper, but in German, it's not. It doesn't sound overly proper. In fact, it's the only way to say this because whereas we've gotten lax in English with putting prepositions at the end of our sentences, that never was a thing they fell into in German, and they don't end their sentence with prepositions. So they have to say it like this: Das ist die Frau, mit der ich ein Interview hatte. So this with, we would say with whom, I guess, right? That's the woman with whom or with which, I don't know, usually with people we say who or whom. So with whom and of course the verb goes to the end when we have a relative clause. The verb, here's my subject, ich hatte ein Interview. But I'm telling you who the person was that I had, I'll say it wrong in English. The person I had the interview with. Das ist die Frau, mit der ich ein Interview hatte. Let's try one here. I'm going to make all these simple at the beginning and say, das ist der Angestellte. So right away, we're talking about a masculine word, so you can kind of position yourself here with the chart. You know, it's going to be der or dane or dame. So it's going to be one of those things. But I'm going to throw here and say, fewer. I'm going to add a. I'm going to take just a second because it goes slow whenever I run this. Of course, I'm running Windows 95 here also, so you can't really blame the computer. All right, fewer. So fewer is one of our accusative case prepositions. We have durch, für, gegen, ohne, and we have aus bei, mit, seit, außer bei, mit, seit, nach, von, zu. Really, only a few of those we really use for this. I'll put a blank here. Das ist der Angestellte für blank. Ich arbeite. I work for that employee. Das ist der Angestellte, but für puts it automatically in accusative. So same thing we're saying here. That's the employee for whom I work. Earlier, so that's the woman with whom I had an interview. Das ist der Angestellte. What happens to für? What happens to the word der Angestellte? Den, because if you look on the chart, like I said, this is an accusative case preposition. And in the accusative case, den changes to, or der words change to dame. Here it was D words in the dative case changed to der. So we use that as the relative pronoun, which is preceded by a preposition in both of those. Let's say turn this around. Ich bin der Bewerber blank für, I'll copy and paste here, that's not going to work. For is what you make coats out of. Für means for. All right.
You see what you make coats out of?
I said what you make coats out of.
Coats. I thought you said kilts, like a furry kilt.
Ich bin der Bewerber. So why did I want that NYU? Sorry, ich bin der Bewerber. Ein the Firma.
Like a company.
Right. So, ich bin der Bewerber blank ein Interview bei der Firma hatte. So you got to think now. Here's the word I'm going to relate back to with a relative pronoun. I don't have a preposition in front of after the comma, so we're going to go right into. But so I've got a subject and a verb over here in my main clause. But in the relative clause, I got to have a subject and verb too. Here's my verb at the end, always, hatte. The verb is always at the end. And then what's the subject? Did the interview have something with the company? Or did I have something with did the applicant have something with an interview with the company? Right, so the subject is going to be der Bewerber, but what we relate back to it with, since it's the subject, it just stays der, masculine accusative, or masculine nominative. Das ist, ich bin der Bewerber, der ein Interview bei der Firma hatte. So here it's what we call predicate nominative. It's part of the subject. I'm renaming it. I am the employee or the applicant. But over here, though, it's the subject with the verb hatte. We would say, I'm the employee. I keep saying employee. I'm the applicant who had an interview with the company. Der ein Interview mit der Firma hatte, I'm gonna underline those two. Right there, we didn't have a preposition to tell us what case to go to. We had to take a look at the sentence and see what role does the applicant play after the comma, and he plays the role of the subject. So that's nominative case, nominative, masculine, der stays der. Let's look at der Manager and say, ist der Manager, blank. Let's make it negative. Ich nicht arbeiten möchte. I would not like to work for him. All right. Look at it. Umlaut O here. Oop, that's not an O. How do I clear this out? Now it's really confused. Oh, look at that. I got feet and look at this tongue sticking out. What is that? CJK Unified Ideograph F5FC3. And this is like those, what was that over there? Subscript or something? Okay. Nothing stops a class faster than a wasp, I'll tell you. There could be a fire and people be like, do we gotta go? A wasp though, everyone becomes deathly allergic all of a sudden. Okay, ich nicht arbeiten möchtest, leave it alone. Well, there's their manager. Well, since we just say he's the manager for whom I would not want to work, so that's why I tried to borrow fewer. Sorry. Let's put that over here. It's got to be in front of the blank. Good. So what do we say? When we use fewer with a masculine word like their manager? Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Den, because durch für gegen ohne durch für gegen ohne that would be, take us to the accusative case. And für den ich nicht arbeiten möchte. Actually, before I go any further, let's just write those out. I think maybe we know, but I'm going to write it anyway. Außer, bei, mit, seit, nach, von, zu, and most of those we don't use. We use mit a lot. We might use aus. We might use von. They all could be used in a relative clause, but I'd say just normally there's just a handful that really are. And then we have the, now those are all dative case. Okay. Good. And then let's look down here and say that we have the accusative case prepositions, and that's we haven't talked about since German 1. So, well, maybe we talked about it, but not formally talked about it. And let's say those are durch, through, für, we just talked about here recently. But für, that's the one we use the most probably. Anybody? Für? For, okay. We use it in these examples here. Trying to go into that screen where I have to write in a letter or draw it out. Durch, für, gegen means against, ohne, which is without. We have mit, with is dative case, without is accusative case, ohne. And then around. Yeah, die Schule, Tulsa, die Stadt. Okay, so
The song.
With or without you. I think didn't we talk about that years ago? So maybe last year. Right, in German, you have to like go back. You can't say with or without you in German. Not that easily. It doesn't. You have to say mit dir oder ohne dich. You have to say the word you twice because it's different with mit than it is with ohne. Mit dir oder ohne dich. In English, it flows more nicely. I always pity people who have to translate poetry, like into English from any language, because all those nuances like that, the little thing, that's not really a nuance, it's grammatical. You just can't, it's just not that easy as just translating it. Then you got to make it rhyme, or if it has a rhyme, and it's got to flow, has a certain kind of pentameter and certain rhythm to it. And, okay. So I'm going to underline this right here. So now we have all those prepositions. I'm going to share this with you when we get done. And then, you can hear what I have for another. Oh, die Personalchefen. That's a feminine word then. Well, just using people here. So that's the feminine. So we say, sie ist die Personalchefin. And let's use a new preposition. Let's say fun, which means from. All right. So fun blank. Now, right now I see it's already in dative case, so I can already see that if we're going to relate back to die Personalchefin, I can look at the chart and see what happens to feminine words in the dative case. Fun blank ich einen Anruf, a phone call, hatte. So she's what's the Personalchefin? What does that mean? Right. So you say Personalchefin, fun. So what's going to happen to die Personalchefin after the word fun? Is fun in my list of dative case prepositions? Look here. Außer bei mit seit nach fun zu. So it's dative case. Look on the chart. What happens to feminine words in dative case? No, look at feminine, dative. Der. Der. Fun. Der. She's the HR director from whom I got a phone call. Von der ich einen Anruf hatte. Good. So we used a preposition. It's a dative case preposition and referred back to die Personalchefin von der. Let's look at the last one here. I think it's the last one. Yeah, der Boss. Der Boss. Like Bruce Springsteen. Let's look at these prepositions again. Let's see. Okay, let's use zu. This would be uncommon, but not unheard of. Zu means what? To. So, and it's dative case. So, if the word is der Boss, then ist der Boss. He's the boss. Ist der Boss. Zu blank ich am Morgen gehe. I'm going there. To him. Gehe. So here's my subject, ich. Ich has to be the subject. Ich's the nominative case pronoun. It can only be a subject. Just like in English, I has to be a subject. Me can't be a subject, but I can be. I, the pronoun I, not I. Ich gehe. When? Am Morgen. But where are you going in the morning? To the boss. To this boss. Ist der Boss. You got several bosses. Ist der Boss zu. Look at masculine words, dative case, because zu is in that list. Up there, guys? We should know this chart by now. Dame. And again, we would translate this word dame as probably because these are all people. In fact, all these would translate as either who or whom, more than likely. ist der Boss zu dem ich am Morgen gehe. He's the boss to whom I'm going in the morning. I know it's a weird sentence. I'm trying to keep these real simple, but let me underline these two so we see the fact there's a preposition there. We had one that did not have a preposition. That one right there. Ich bin der Bewerber, der ein Interview bei der Firma hatte. The other ones had mit, für, or von, or zu. They had für twice in front of the relative pronoun. And they were all, since they were all men or women, these were all people. Die Frau, der Boss, die Angestellte, der Bewerber, der Manager. They were all masculine, feminine. That's why we only have a certain number of possible, it's either going to be something in the masculine column or the feminine column. Because as Mark Twain said, there's only two kinds of people in the world, men and women. He didn't live when we lived, but he said that at a time when they were just men and women. It's all confusing. Anyway, I'm trying to keep up. But die Frau mit der, well, that occurs in the feminine line there. Die, it's der in dative case. Der Angestellte, well, it could be der or dame, like it is here. Or it could have been dame, like it is down here. Because this dative case preposition, zu, put that in the dative case. Der Boss zu dem ich am Morgen gehe. Good. I think tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but I just want to review this and the other thing that's in the chapter, it's escaping me right now. We will probably have our test like early next week, okay? Like, I think next Tuesday. Yeah. We've been on this for a while, but kind of got broken up by spring break, I know, but so we'll get back. I'm going to share this with you. I wonder if we have to wait. Do we have to wait anymore?
It's hybrid. I was just ready to go, I think. Maybe.
I think it's okay if you guys go ahead and go. I mean, tomorrow it could be different, or next day. How does it work? So you guys are going to come this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday? But then next week you'll come Tuesday, Thursday?
Yeah. And then we'll have to go back full time.
And then we're full time. And no Wednesdays after 2 weeks. Are we having whatever Wednesday after? And we're having late arrival Tuesdays?
Yep.
Well, that's nice. I kind of missed that. Yeah, I do miss that.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers. All right, Caden, I'm letting you go, man. I'm going to share that document with you. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, I'm gonna have you move up one seat from where you normally sit. Yeah, just for the next 2 weeks.
Alright.
And even just half of that, you're gonna be here.
Yeah.
Not including Good Friday, so,
Is Good Friday next week?
yeah. Hey, does your dad have any old ORU gear he wants to get rid of right now, like today? Because I don't know how long ORU can keep this up.
Yeah.
I mean, is your dad following it?
His jersey last night.
Yeah, hell, I bet he did. But he needs to put that jersey on eBay though, before they lose to Arkansas. But I said that to Dr. V before they lose to Florida. They left out Ohio State. Okay, well, but that's still really big school. Not necessarily a basketball powerhouse.
Yeah.
And that's not really their big thing. But these are big schools, big state schools, tens of thousands of people, right? They could probably recruit whoever they want. And then they beat Florida. I was like, geez, they're in the Sweet 16. I remember when this happened back in the 70s, man. Yeah, your dad needs to put that on eBay. I'm gonna text him right now. I'm gonna text him right now.
I haven't seen you in so long.
It's been forever.
I know, because the last week before spring break, I only came to school Monday. So I haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
Wow, really? You only here Monday?
Yeah, so I came here Monday and Tuesday, I was gone. Wednesday was whatever Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, I had to leave there for spring break.
There you go.
Yep.
How long did your dad pay for the couple of years you played for them?
2 years, I think.
2 years? Yeah, that's what I remember. I'm texting him now. Cha-ching. See if there's any jerseys on there. I told Dr. V. Dr. V's wearing his ORU shirt today.
There's a bunch of people that are like gonna wear ORU like sweatshirts.
Yeah, man, that's a big deal. See, there's not one jersey on there.
I don't think they've ever made it to the season.
No, back in the 70s, they made it. I think they made it to the Final Four.
Oh, really?
Let's look and see. But that was like 74 or something like that.
Yeah.
They were the Titans back then. That was they changed their name, to the they played Kansas. That's a tough draw. Kansas is tough to play when Kansas is bad. Computer being wonky. Oh, here we go. Here's the. Hold on, man. I gotta see this here. Yeah, the Maybe Center was brand new.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They built the Maybe Center like in 72, maybe. So I was a couple of years old, but
And I went there in 74.
yeah, that's what I'm looking up. That's what I remember, but now I'm not finding it. Two to the Maybe Center defeated Louisville. ORU defeated Louisville 96-93. Kansas had beaten Eddie Sutton's coached Creighton 55-54. That would have been a good game. And then the Kansas ORU showdowns carried the Titans rally for 10-point deficit. Yeah, but Kansas beat them in that 93-90
Oh,
in that game. Yeah, but see, I don't know what your dad would know. He has two. Your dad says he has two jerseys. Dump one. Yeah, man. In the other school, Abilene Christian, but they have to play, but they play UCLA of all people.
is that the small school?
Abilene Christian's in Texas, but they're about the same size as ORU probably, but they don't have a history like ORU does with having decent basketball though. It's
Isn't Loyola still in it too?
I think so. Yeah, they beat Illinois. And my dad was upset about that. He's from Illinois. Huh. Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, your dad he'll tell me. He'll text back when I'm sure he's bothering him at work. I'm bothering myself, bothering him. I'm looking one more thing. Okay. They've made appearances in 6 NCAA tournaments. I'm assuming they mean the March tournament. Yeah, when ORU, they still do, when ORU played TU, they called it the Mayor's Cup. I don't know if they still call it that or not. But yeah, it's like back in but before the 90s too. What's wrong? You keep looking at me. Yeah, they got to the Elite Eight actually in 74. That's where they beat Syracuse, then they beat Louisville, and then Kansas beat them. 90-93 and overtime. But they beat Syracuse in overtime, 86-82. They beat Louisville 96-93. They were all tight games.
Syracuse beat West Virginia last night. Did you know that?
I did not. Syracuse they have a good history of basketball.
Yeah, I should have picked them.
And then In 84, they went out in the first round. 84, 2006, 2007, 2008, they went out in the first round. And then this year, they're in the Sweet 16. So this is their best year since 1974. But Arkansas will be tough, though.
Yeah.
I remember going to see ORU-TU games. That was a big deal. That was a big rivalry, yeah. Okay, I'm going to see who's... I guess I should turn the stream on here. Yeah, what's the link? Oh. If you guys get a link from me, don't click on it. This is just for the people. It's easier to send to everybody. Charlotte's here. Sophie's here. So tomorrow, this is just so weird. So tomorrow you guys will be at home. You'll just be on the computer. Okay. It's just so weird. I know we've done this before, but it was last year, I think. Or no, earlier this year. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm just kind of putting my...
It's okay.
Well, it's weird. Okay. But anyway, there's been a lot of upsets though, other than that one, Bryce.
Oh, yeah. There's been some.
Like nobody's got a perfect bracket. There's no way.
Yeah, I think it was like.
It'd be tough to keep that up.
There's a few that,
Yeah, I was just like to guess some of these upsets would be. And then ORU plays tonight?
Yeah.
Sorry, against Arkansas? Oh.
I hope they win.
Yeah, of course.
I have a bracket with ORU winning.
Well,
It was supposed to be a joke, you know.
yeah. That's so funny. Let's see who's logged in here. All right, if you're logged in online, would you, I guess the best way is to email me and let me know that you're here, because they have the comments blocked unless you have a personal email account. So I'll say it again, so more people logged in. If you're here please email me because I know you probably can't make comments. So let's just do it that way. I'm going to take attendance who's here. Charlotte's here. Chloe's here. Who did? That's what I was just wondering. Okay. Graham's here. So we're cutting this. That's where it cuts off, huh? Or for that's where it cuts off for the middle school. Put on virtual for I don't know what to do here with those other people. I'll say that they're doing virtual. Okay. Oh, so you said Cash is in the other group? I need to change that on my seating chart. Did he just change today? Oh. Okay. And where's Christopher Courteau? He should be here today. Or did he get the other side? No? Does he have a brother or sister here?
If you travel out of the country.
Oh. What about Lydia Desjardins?
She's still important.
Okay. I haven't heard anything from her. Bryce is here, Ryan's here, Sophie's here. And then everyone else is on. Where did Christopher Courteau go? Out of the country. Oh, he went to Turks and Caicos. Didn't he? I think you told me that. I'll put these other people down as virtual then. Ellis, Max, he already emailed me. And Connor's here. All right. This is going to be awkward, this little couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little strange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess that's the best we can do. Okay. Again, if you're here online and if you'll just email me and let me know that you're here, I put you down as virtual if you are in the other bottom half of the alphabet or however they did it. Okay, let's look here. Let's just review some stuff. Let's start with this weather. Whether or not we remember this, I don't know. See what I did there? Whether or not. Let me take this out. Okay. So please say after me, please, guys. Would you please? Windig, sonnig, schön. That's one I think we don't remember very well. Schön, it's nice or beautiful, like weather. Es ist schön heute. Well, maybe not today, but you would say that. Heiß, everyone, kalt, warm, cool, schlecht. So schön and schlecht would be opposites, like beautiful, nice, and then bad. So heute ist nicht schlecht, aber es ist nicht schön. Okay. Neblig. What's neblig? It's not neblig today, but foggy. Wolkig. Is it wolkig today? Heute? Yeah, look out the window. What is wolkig?
What's overcast?
Hold on, I'm getting there. What's wolkig? Cloudy, yeah? Bedeckt is your word. Sorry. Bedeckt.
And that's overcast?
That's overcast, But wolkig is cloudy. Whatever the difference is, usually today really is bedeckt, but wolkig, okay, it's cloudy, overcast. This last word, please say regnerisch. Good. And then some nouns that a lot of them correspond back to the adjective. Regen. What does regen correspond back to in this list? Pretty easy to figure out. Regnerisch, Nebel refers back to, is related to, this is a simple exercise, nebelig. Nebel is fog, nebelig is foggy. Schnee, we don't have an adjective for that. Hagel, we don't have an adjective for that. What is hagel, though? I got hit, my car got hit by some hagel. I was in a parking lot, like on Tuesday or Wednesday last week. I was in Broken Arrow, and you know what hagel is? Anybody? Hail. It was raining, and then all of a sudden it turned into hail. Hagel. What's this? Wind? You know what that is? But what is that? Oops. But is there a adjective above here that goes along with wind? Just look, they're related usually. You can tell. Windig, yeah. So we have hagel, or nebel, nebelig, wind. Some of these N and IG. Windig. Regenshower. That's a noun. But what's it related back to? One of these up here. Regnerisch, yeah, if anything at all. Okay, Gewitter is a noun. It's a thunderstorm. Wirbelsturm, we have in Oklahoma a lot. What's that? Not so often, but sometimes. Tornado. We don't have so many Orkan, but we do have a team named after this. What's an Orkan? How did that ever happen, huh? So whenever we use adjectives in this red zone here, we say es ist, and we plug in one of these. With a noun, we say es gibt Regen, es gibt Nebel, es gibt Hagel, Wind. So with nouns, we say es gibt. With adjective, we say es ist. Please say these. Es schneit. Everybody, es schneit. Es regnet. Good. Die Sonne scheint. Guys, I'm losing you. Die Sonne scheint. Es ist 22 Grad. Es ist Sommer. Es ist Winter. Es ist Herbst. Es ist Frühling. Good. So what's Herbst? So those are Herbst and Frühling are the ones that don't really. What's Herbst? Sorry? Fall, autumn, okay. And Frühling? Right now. Almost right now. It's basically spring. Frühling. Okay, good. So those are just describing the season. These are some verbs. Schneien. What is schneien? What does that go along with in the red zone up here? Schneien goes with what? Regen? No. Nebel? No. Schnee? Hagel? Wind? Schnee. Schneien is the verb to snow. Where does regnen go with? Yeah, Regen or Regenshower or Regnerisch. What does this mean? This is know what it means. Die Sonne scheint. It's pretty easy. It sounds like English. What does it mean? The sun shining. And what is this talking about? 22 Grad. Which is what? In Celsius. 22 degrees. See, the 2 is easy to translate in English. Wouldn't you say, Sophie? Or Charlotte? 22. There we go. 22. The numbers, isn't that great? Isn't that great? Chloe, the numbers are the same. There might be some languages where the numbers, the numerals are different. What if we were learning Latin? 22 gets kind of crazy. XX11. That's ridiculous. All right. All right, I'm going to look at this here. I know we've done it before, but it's been a while. Das Wetter in Hamburg. Anybody? Anybody?
What is the weather in Hamburg?
Yeah, got it. Give me some answers. Hopefully you know what this means. Es ist what? Es regnet. Okay. Got an umbrella there. A Regenschirm. Es regnet. Anything else? Looks like Tulsa, but without the rain. What else? Anything? Anything? Here. I'll take it back here so you can see all the options. Wolkig. Okay. Sehr gut. Das ist wolkig. Good. Let's go on. Berlin Wannsee. Wie ist das Wetter? In Berlin-Wannsee. Anyone?
It's sunny.
Es ist sonnig. Okay, good. Es ist warm. People are swimming, must be somewhat warm. All right. Heidelberg. Hier, wie ist das Wetter in Heidelberg? Wolkig. Es ist wolkig, yeah. These are low clouds here, though. Look at this. That's really not cloudy anymore. What's this? So, es gibt Nebel or es ist neblig. See, this works the same way as in English. There's fog or it's foggy. It's just really the same thing, right? If there's fog, it's foggy. And if it's foggy, there's fog. You guys follow me? Okay, so they follow each other. So either one works. Es gibt Nebel, es ist neblig. They're both get the same place. So yeah, es ist wolkig, es ist neblig. It looks like to me es ist cool or kalt. Let's look at Harz. Im Harz, this is easier. Wie ist das Wetter here im Harz? This is a region in the central Germany. Look here, please. Pretty easy.
Oh, snap.
Es gibt Schnee.
Yes.
Es gibt Schnee. And whenever it's snow, what else is going on temperature-wise? Temperature-wise, I should say. So tell me, es ist kalt. Es gibt Schnee. In other words, es gibt Eis. This is ice. Look at this, like stuck to the side of this building here. Es gibt Eis und Schnee. It looks pretty brutal. In München, nicer weather, nicer situation. Wie ist das Wetter in München? Give me a couple of things, please. Sophie, what do you think?
Sonnig.
Sophie? Okay, sonnig is fine. Something else.
I don't know.
No? What do you think? People are sitting here in baseball hats and short sleeves and shorts, maybe.
Yeah.
So they're dressed for winter.
No.
Okay.
Early fall.
Okay. All right. But it must be fairly.
Warm.
Let's say that in German. Es ist
Warm.
warm. I'm trying to give you easy ones because it's the same word in German and English. W-A-R-M.
Yeah.
But the W is pronounced like what? V. Like a V. So say it for me.
Warm.
Es ist warm. Yeah? I would say es ist Sommer, but you see Herbst because everything's green. You know, there's not like, yeah, but maybe it's just, like you said, it's just on the edge, you know, of summer, fall. Could be, but I would say es ist Sommer oder Frühling, maybe, und es ist warm. Aber, Sophie, das Bier ist kalt. Hopbräuhaus. Hopbräuhaus. I went to Siggy's over the week. That's good food.
No.
Siggy's, that restaurant, it's 81st, what's it, 81st? 81st in Sheridan? Yeah, 81st. Big, nice German restaurant. It's been there for a long time. It's really authentic looking on the inside. It's really, who's been there?
There's a German restaurant on Brookside.
Yeah, I've heard about that one. I need to go see that one.
Yeah.
There's one in the Farm Shopping Center too that maybe we could make a field trip there.
Yeah.
Or maybe not a field trip, but like an evening, we could go meet over there. Or I don't think let's go on field trips this year, but for food. But Margaret's German restaurant, do you know? Ever been there before?
I was there for a while.
No, it's been there for it's longer. It's older than all of them in Tulsa, but she's been there a long time. Margaret's is good though, even though she's Polish. But who cares? Allgäu. Wie ist das Wetter im Allgäu?
Es ist sonnig.
Sonnig, yeah. If you say es ist sonnig, could I also say die Sonne scheint?
Yeah, the sun is shining.
So a lot of these work, you know, that's why I was trying to show you that we've got the first slide. What's sonnig related to? Oh, die Sonne scheint. What's wendig related to? Vent. So you can say more than one thing that means the same thing. So es ist sonnig, die Sonne scheint. It says cool, warm, heiß, kalt. Es ist warm, yeah? That looks like it to me. Sehr gut. Und let's go back up to Berlin. Wie ist das Wetter in Berlin? Es regnet, or maybe, I see drops on there, but let's say regnet or regnerisch. What else? Up here, what's it looking like? Auf Deutsch? Wolkig or bedeckt, overcast. Yeah, what else? Es regnet, es ist wolkig, es ist nicht, thank you, we go that way too, nicht sonnig, es ist nicht schön, aber es ist nicht schlecht, it's just rain, you know, it's not like it's, I don't know. Nordseeküste, on the north coast, North Sea coast, windig. You can see that, it's like the waves are coming in pretty, and then, yeah, es ist sonnig, maybe, could be winter time. Cold, yeah, Germany's cold a lot of the time. Napoleon said that Germany's the only country that has 6 months of winter and 6 months of no summer. Well, they do have a short summer, but not too long. But Steinfurt, this is another town. Look at this kind of, looks like something in Oklahoma here. A murky creek creating just nothing but humidity and snakes. That's what I see here. There is humidity in Germany. There's just no snakes, though. That's a good thing. Es ist sonnig, yeah. Sonnig, es ist warm. Would anyone say that? Warm. Everything's green, so it's probably spring or summer. Die Sonne scheint. Warm. Ja, schön. Okay. In Köln. Oh, wow. Wie ist das Wetter in Köln? Can you not? All the snow is blinding you. There's all these footprints and stuff in the snow.
What is it? Shine?
Es schneit. Oder es gibt Schnee. Use that noun. Es gibt Schnee oder es schneit. Someone else tell me, what about the temperature here? Something about the... Es ist kalt. Auf jeden Fall kalt. There's no doubt about it. Not a leaf on the tree, on any tree. Definitely winter time. Snow, that didn't tip you off, snow. And it just, picture just looks cold. There's kind of a cold look to it. Okay, in Rügen, on this island of Rügen, we're back to almost like it was at Wannsee. What do you think here? Herr Katmus, what do you think?
It's sunny, sorry, es ist sonnig.
Sonnig?
It's warm.
Warm. Good. Es ist sonnig, warm. Good. Anything else, anybody? Just a negative, like it's not something. Es regnet nicht. Okay, keep the verb and subject together. Es regnet nicht. Yeah, keep the verb and subject always next to each other. Es regnet and then nicht. Or you could say es ist nicht wolkig, right? There's a few clouds here scattered around, but yeah, not cloudy. Looks nice. Good. Spreewald. Look here, very pristine. Wie ist das Wetter here? Let's see, Bryce, what do you think? Wie ist das Wetter in Spreewald? Ja, bedeckt. Ja. Es ist, yeah, okay, es ist bedeckt. But there's this reflection here, so the sun maybe is kind of peeking through a little bit. So, die Sonne, what? Es ist warm. Okay, looks like spring, definitely. Maybe summer with his flowers, he blooms over here. There's no, look at this, the water looks like glass, right? Look at that, it's just, so would you say it's windig? So tell me it's not. Es ist nicht windig, ja? Es ist nicht windig. Sehr gut. Okay. Freiburg. Und wie ist das Wetter in Freiburg? Hier, Charlotte. Wolkig, yeah. Okay. Let me ask you then, Graham, is this Herbst, Sommer, Winter, Frühling? Es ist Sommer. You think so? Okay. Not snowing, yeah, that's for sure. Hard to tell. Es ist Sommer. Yeah, could be. Good. And so es ist Sommer, what we said about the temperature, maybe? Es ist warm. Doesn't look heiß, right? Looks like nice evening time, kind of. Hard to tell. They got it all Instagrammed up, you know what I mean? I like to use that verb. They Instagram this photo all up. It could be like 12 noon, but they put the right filter on it. Looks like it's 7:30 at night, 6:30. Instagrammed it. Innsbruck. Okay. See here. Ryan? Wie ist das Wetter in Innsbruck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that snow?
Yeah, lots of snow.
That's this. Oh,
Es ist kalt. Okay. Sophie?
What's winter again?
Winter.
Winter.
Same word like warm. Warm, warm, winter, winter. So es ist. But you want to go that way?
Yeah.
Okay, so say that.
Oh, es ist winter.
Es ist Winter. Yeah, es ist Winter. Es ist kalt. I'll ask you questions then. Ist es wolkig? Chloe, ist es wolkig?
No.
Nein.
Nein.
Tell me, es ist nicht.
Es ist sonnig.
Es ist sonnig. Okay, good.
Schnee.
Es gibt Schnee. That's a noun, so we say es gibt Schnee. Hm.
You know, summer is always cold.
Es ist sonnig, kalt. Es gibt Schnee.
Yeah.
Es ist nicht wolkig.
Yeah.
Die Sonne scheint.
Mm-hmm.
It's like telling time. You can tell time a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
9:45, it's a quarter till 10,
45.
45 after 9, I guess, yeah. You can get out of it a lot of ways. Okay, Saarbrücken, another town. Okay, not quite as bad as Innsbruck.
Schnee.
Es gibt Schnee,
Es ist nicht sonnig.
nicht sonnig, ja. So in Innsbruck, es ist sonnig. Aber in Saarbrücken, es ist nicht sonnig, you're right. All right, let me get somebody else here. Got just a few people. Charlotte, something else? She said, es gibt Schnee, es gibt Winter, oder es ist Winter, yeah? Good. It's kind of just like looks like Oklahoma snow here, right? Just like kind of a little dusting here of, doesn't look like it's, not like it is over here in this part of the world there. Okay. Good. Potsdam. I don't know if you ever saw this slide. Wie ist das Wetter in Potsdam? Graham?
that's this. It looks pretty cool.
Okay, they got jackets on.
That's this. Oh,
This is kalt, okay? Anyone else? Bryce? This is kalt.
it's fall.
What's that? I didn't hear you.
Fall.
Okay, es ist Herbst.
This is Herbst.
Herbst. Es ist Herbst. Es ist kalt. You see the way her hair is like, what her hair's doing back here? Okay, it's just, look like she's like standing. I don't know why it looks like they're kind of leaning this way. Es ist windig. All right. It's kind of a funny picture. I know where this is actually, but it's kind of an odd place. But anyway, windig. Es ist kalt. Es ist Herbst. Yeah. Good. So if we were to put a temperature to this day, you know, I'm gonna guess, and I know Celsius is a bit is foreign to most people.
Like 63.
Okay. 58. All right. So I'm gonna say if it's 58, I'm just guessing that es ist 14 Grad.
Yeah.
14 Grad. And then here in Saarbrücken, let's say es ist 2 Grad.
Yeah.
So above freezing, but pretty cold, yeah? Freezing's what in Celsius, anyone?
Zero.
0. Now they've got it down to a science letter. 0, so 2 degrees, a little above freezing. 2 Grad, I'm just going to guess. It could be much colder, I don't know. a temperature here, oh, es ist minus 2 Grad. Minus 2 Grad would be like, 27 degrees or so, 26 degrees. So definitely below freezing. Here in, this one's tough for me to talk as I said, but let's say es ist
71 degrees.
71, okay? Es ist
Maybe even like 74. It's kind
24 Grad.
yeah.
24 Grad Celsius. Here in Freiburg, that was the one before, sorry. Im Spreewald, let's say the same thing, 24 Grad. And this one here, I'm going backwards to these. So, here,
Definitely like 87.
okay, okay.
81.
So let's say es ist
Definitely in 80s.
29 Grad.
Oh
29 Grad Celsius. And then here, es ist minus 10 Grad Celsius.
yeah. 13 degrees.
Yeah, about 13. Cold enough. Get your attention. Here,
Definitely hot and humid and gross.
okay, es ist heiß, feucht und eklig. Okay, but es ist 29 Grad. Auch im Sommer. Good. Here, vintage, to me it looks cold to me.
Definitely like 68.
Okay, all right, so let's say about, 21 Grad Celsius. Und hier, hard to say again.
Well, I feel like that kind of looks like 60s, is going to be humid.
Okay.
It's kind of hot.
So let's say,
Like 66 or something.
23 Grad Celsius. Here, let's say 25 oder nein, 26 Grad Celsius. It's a nice day. Oh,
I give me like 78 vibes.
I'm gonna go a little higher.
Yeah, maybe.
Say it's just 30 Grad Celsius.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, when it gets to be 35 degrees Celsius, someone look that up for me. Can you? 35 degrees Celsius?
Yeah, oh wait, actually I can't, because, so I actually broke my phone, it does not work.
Let me tell you. You broke your phone, but you're sure using it a lot.
Well, okay, so the top half of it is paralyzed.
All right.
That's
So-
like how the best way to describe it.
Let's say 35 degrees is 95 Fahrenheit. Okay. So when it gets to be 35, which is pretty rare, but it happens, then school shuts down. They don't have snow days in Germany, but they do let you out when it gets too hot outside. You gotta love that. We'd be out of school almost all of April and May, and most of August and September. But we're ready with air conditioning and all that. They're ready with the snow plows and salt and sand, and like we're not ready. Yeah, this would be about 35, maybe even some places a little bit lower. And if you have like a multi-story building, it goes like 4 or 5 stories up. Those top stories start getting pretty hot, you know, when it gets to be like in the 30, which would be 86 degrees. I don't know if you've ever been inside of an air-conditioned building before, but probably not. But it gets pretty warm. If it's 86 outside, it's like hotter inside. It's like an oven.
Yeah.
So that's so we were saying things like 26, that's 78. It's about right what we guessed. Say 20 is 68. All right. Yeah, just to give you an idea. And so if we go down to the, can I do minus? Yeah. So -2 in Celsius is 28.4 in Fahrenheit. It's so funny that Germans don't use a system called Fahrenheit. Is that the most German word you ever seen in your life?
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But they want to say Celsius, so that's what they want to use. I know. Okay, so you get the idea. Temperature, you don't want to, look at this, you don't want to do this formula in your head every time. Look at this formula, you can't do this in your head. Maybe you can. Let me see, -2 times 9/5, okay, then plus 32. It's hard to do fractions in your head, especially lopsided ones. Is that how you, is that the technical term? Is a lopsided fraction 9 over 5?
It's, yeah, improper.
Improper?
Yeah, I think that's.
Proper enough to get the temperature with, though.
Yeah,
All right. And you do the stuff in parentheses first, is that right?
what?
You do the, whatever's in parentheses, you work that out first.
Yeah, PEMDAS.
So -2 times 9 over 5 plus that's how you get to, what a strange formula. All right. Good. Here, yeah. Let's say minus 10. Let's see what that gets down to. Oh, we don't want that. We want minus 10. 14 degrees. Did we have some negative days not too long ago?
Yeah.
Let's say minus 20 Grad Celsius. There we go, -4. You had to go down pretty far there. Good. Well, I don't know if it's that cold here, but it could be. Looks like it's pretty cold. Here, now we're looking like a fall day or something, but some fog. Yeah, it's got to be a little bit warm to have fog
Yeah, that could be like
or warm air somewhere.
60.
Okay, good. And then Banze, now we're in the 80. Okay. And then it's oxycod. Then here it looks a little cooler.
60.
Yeah, back to 60s. Okay, so you get the idea with the temperature. That's another way to talk about the weather. Of course, temperature is another way to be talking about the weather. Okay, well, we're on, right? 11, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so ich mache das jetzt zu Ende. Tschüss, alle zu Hause. So, bis morgen. Ich sehe euch morgen in person, live.